Ladies and gentlemen, time is one of the most powerful yet unforgiving resources we have. Every second that passes is a second we can never get back. Yet so many people spend their lives stuck in the past or fixated on the future, forgetting that the only time they truly control is now. The present moment is where your power lies, and the choices you make right now can shape the path you walk tomorrow. Think about it. How often do we say, I'll start tomorrow, or next week I'll get serious, or when I feel ready, I'll take action? We push things off believing that the perfect moment will eventually come, but that perfect moment never shows up. The truth is, life doesn't hand you perfect conditions. If you're always waiting for the right mood, the right mindset, or the right motivation, you'll waste valuable time that could have been spent building your future. The present moment holds immense value because it's the only place where real progress happens. You can't change what's behind you, and you can't guarantee what's ahead, but you can control what you do right now. Each decision you make, no matter how small, has the potential to alter your path. Consider someone who wants to get fit. They might spend hours researching workout plans, reading articles, and watching videos about the best diets. But no amount of planning will replace the power of simply putting on those running shoes and going outside for a run today. The person who takes action, even if their steps are small and imperfect, is already miles ahead of the one who's still waiting for the right time. Now think about your goals, your ambitions, your dreams. Maybe you want to start a business, write a book, improve your health, or strengthen your relationships. Those outcomes don't just appear out of nowhere. They're the result of what you do today. The phone call you make, the page you write, the effort you give in this very moment. Each step may seem insignificant at first, but those small actions compound over time. And here's the thing. Time doesn't pause for us to figure things out. While you hesitate, time moves forward. While you second-guess yourself, someone else is out there taking action. While you wait for the right moment, that moment is passing you by. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes to start, and the more opportunities you risk losing. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the future. It means understanding that your future is built by what you do now. The victories you hope to celebrate someday will be the result of the choices you make in this moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. The power you need isn't something you have to find. It's something you already have. It's in your hands right now, in this very moment. Excuses are the silent killers of progress. They disguise themselves as reasonable justifications, clever explanations that seem valid in the moment, but ultimately rob you of your potential. Excuses can feel comforting because they let you off the hook, but they come at a heavy cost. The cost of missed opportunities, delayed dreams, and untapped greatness. The truth is, excuses are easy to make because they require no effort. They allow you to stay in your comfort zone, convincing you that conditions aren't quite right. I'm too tired. I don't have enough time. I'll start when I'm ready. Sound familiar? These words become the barriers that hold people back from pursuing what they know they're capable of achieving. But here's the hard truth. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. The right moment won't magically appear. If you keep waiting for motivation to strike or for circumstances to become perfect, you'll find yourself stuck in the same spot year after year. Those who succeed aren't the ones who never feel tired, afraid, or uncertain. They're the ones who push forward despite those feelings. Taking action isn't about eliminating doubt. It's about acting in the face of it. When you're tired, show up anyway. When you're unsure, take a step forward anyway. When you're overwhelmed, start with just one small task, but start. Progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about refusing to let excuses control your decisions. Consider the people who inspire you, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, or leaders. Every one of them had reasons to quit. They faced challenges, obstacles, and moments of self-doubt. But instead of leaning on excuses, they leaned on action. They understood that success doesn't reward those who talk about what they could do. Think about this. When you push aside an excuse and take action, no matter how small, you're building momentum. That momentum grows stronger each time you show up, and eventually it overpowers the very excuses that once held you back. It's easy to underestimate the power of small steps. Skipping one workout may seem harmless, but over time, that one skipped workout can become a pattern. On the flip side, choosing to exercise even when you don't feel like it reinforces the mindset that says, I'm committed. That one choice builds strength. Not just physical strength, but mental resilience as well. Excuses feed procrastination, and procrastination steals time. Time you'll never get back. The longer you delay, the more difficult it becomes to start. Before you know it, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. Don't let your dreams gather dust because you told yourself, I'll do it later. Later often turns into never. The most powerful way to silence your excuses is by taking immediate action. Not tomorrow, not when you're more confident, not when you're in a better mood. Now, even if you're unsure, even if you're scared, even if you only manage to take one small step, take it. Because action creates momentum, and momentum fuels progress. Excuses will always try to talk you out of your potential. But every time you choose action instead, you're proving to yourself that you are stronger than your doubts, tougher than your fears, and more powerful than your excuses. Success isn't about one grand moment. It's the result of small, repeated actions that compound over time. Too often, people chase instant results, hoping for overnight success or dramatic changes in a short period. But true achievement doesn't happen in one bold move. It's built through steady, consistent effort, day after day, step after step. Imagine planting a seed. You don't see results immediately. The soil doesn't crack open to reveal a tall tree overnight. Instead, that seed needs constant watering, sunlight, and care. Some days it may feel like nothing's happening, but beneath the surface, roots are spreading, foundations are forming, and growth is taking place silently, steadily. Then one day, that small seed breaks through the soil, and eventually it becomes a strong, towering tree. That's the power of consistency. Small actions, repeated daily, create massive results over time. The challenge is that consistency isn't exciting. It doesn't always feel rewarding in the moment. Progress can seem slow, almost invisible. That's why so many people quit. They put in the work for a week, maybe even a month, and when they don't see immediate results, they give up, unaware that their breakthrough was just around the corner. But consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The most successful people aren't always the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They're the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it. They put in the work when no one's watching. They stay committed when the excitement wears off. They understand that consistency isn't about massive effort once in a while. It's about small, deliberate steps every single day. Think about an athlete training for a championship. They don't train hard only on days they feel motivated. They train on the good days, the bad days, and the in-between days. Over time, that repeated effort strengthens their skills, builds their stamina, and prepares them for success. Each workout may seem small, but combined, those daily routines create a powerful impact. The same principle applies to your goals. Whether you're trying to improve your health, build a business, develop a skill, or change your mindset, the key isn't one massive push. It's showing up consistently. Reading for 10 minutes a day may not seem like much, but over a year, that's over 60 hours of learning. Writing one page a day may feel slow, but in a year, you'll have written a book. Saving just a few dollars daily may seem insignificant, but over time, it can create financial stability. Consistency creates momentum. Each small action strengthens your habits, your mindset, and your confidence. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to stay on track. Even when you face obstacles, or setbacks, that foundation of steady effort gives you something to fall back on. But here's the key. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about commitment. You won't always feel motivated, and you won't always perform at your best, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep going. Progress isn't lost because you miss one workout, one study session, or one productive day. It's lost when you let those missed moments turn into patterns of quitting. Every small effort you make today may not feel significant, but over time, those actions add up. The compound effect is always working, either building you closer to your goals or pulling you further away, depending on the choices you make each day. So when you're tempted to skip the hard work or tell yourself it doesn't really matter, remember this: it always matters. Every step, every effort, every choice, it's all adding up to something bigger. Keep showing up, keep pushing forward, because the results may not appear overnight, but with consistency, they will appear stronger, greater, and more powerful than you ever imagined. Discomfort is something most people try to avoid. It's human nature to seek comfort, to stick with what's familiar, easy, and safe. But here's the truth. Comfort zones are where potential goes to die. Growth, real, lasting growth, happens when you're willing to step outside of what feels easy and challenge yourself in ways that stretch your limits. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Every time you push yourself into unfamiliar territory, you're giving yourself an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Think about the moments in your life when you achieved something you were proud of. Chances are those moments didn't come without struggle. They required you to face uncertainty, push past doubt, and endure some level of discomfort. Yet those experiences shaped you into who you are today. The reason discomfort feels so intense is because it's a signal that you're stepping into the unknown. But that's exactly where growth happens. Whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a dream, or overcoming a fear, the path to success is often uncomfortable. But instead of running from that discomfort, you need to lean into it, because that's where transformation takes place. Think about an athlete training for a championship. Every workout pushes their body past what feels comfortable. Muscles burn, lungs ache, and exhaustion sets in. Yet, that discomfort is what builds strength and endurance. Without that struggle, there's no improvement. Growth demands resistance. Instead of seeing it as a reason to stop, recognize it as a sign that you're growing. Discomfort isn't there to break you, it's there to build you. When your muscles burn, they're getting stronger. When your mind feels challenged, it's expanding. When your emotions feel tested, you're building resilience. The people who achieve the most aren't the ones who avoid discomfort, they're the ones who embrace it. They understand that growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when things are hard, when things are uncertain, when things are uncomfortable. So when discomfort shows up, and it will, don't run from it. Don't retreat back to what's familiar. Lean in. Remind yourself that this is where you become stronger, sharper, and better prepared for whatever life throws your way, because the truth is, everything you want, every goal, every dream, every breakthrough lies just beyond the edge of your comfort zone. Discomfort isn't a barrier, it's a bridge. A bridge that leads to the stronger, wiser, more powerful version of yourself. Failure. It's a word that carries weight, a word that often sparks fear, shame, or self-doubt. Yet failure is not the end of your journey. It's a crucial part of your path to success. Every great achiever, from inventors and entrepreneurs to athletes and artists, has faced failure. But what sets successful people apart is how they respond to it. They don't allow failure to define them. They use it to refine them. Failure is painful, but pain isn't pointless. It carries valuable lessons. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do differently next time? What did this experience teach me about myself? These questions turn failure into wisdom. When you treat failure as feedback instead of defeat, you transform it into a powerful tool for growth. The most important step is to keep going. Failure tempts you to stop, to convince yourself that you're not good enough or that your dream isn't possible. But that's a lie. Failure is not a signal to quit. It's a reminder to adjust, improve, and try again. Every time you get back up, you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Consider a child learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, they cry, but they don't quit. They instinctively keep trying until one day they take their first steps. Then those steps become strides, and eventually they're running. That same persistence is what turns failure into progress. Failure also has a way of revealing hidden strengths. When things go wrong, you're forced to tap into your creativity, resilience, and problem-solving abilities. The struggle you face today is sharpening the skills you'll need for tomorrow's victory. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who overcame incredible odds. Behind every success story is a long list of failures. They didn't make it because everything worked out perfectly. They made it because they refused to give up. They stumbled, they struggled, but they kept moving, learning, adjusting, and improving along the way. So the next time you face failure, and you will, don't let it stop you. Instead, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to get better? Then take that lesson, apply it, and keep moving forward. Because failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. It's the foundation you build upon, the experience that shapes your character, and the stepping stone that leads you to victory. Vision is powerful. It's the spark that ignites ambition, the image in your mind that shows you what's possible. Vision gives you purpose, a reason to push forward when things get tough. But here's the truth. Vision alone isn't enough. No matter how big your dream is, no matter how inspiring your goals may be, vision without consistent effort is nothing more than wishful thinking. You can visualize success, you can imagine yourself achieving greatness, and you can picture the life you want, but without action, those dreams will remain locked in your imagination. Vision is the blueprint, but hard work is what builds the structure. One without the other leads nowhere. Too often people get stuck in the dreaming phase. They spend time imagining their future, visualizing success, yet never take the necessary steps to make it real. They talk about what they want to do, what they could achieve, or what they plan to accomplish, but without action, those ideas stay trapped in their mind. Dreams don't move unless you move. Think of a sculptor. They start with a vision, an image of what they want to create. But that vision alone won't carve the statue. The sculptor must pick up the chisel, face the stone, and start chipping away, piece by piece, day by day, until the vision they imagined becomes a reality. That's what success demands. A clear vision paired with relentless effort. Your vision should be big, bold enough to inspire you, and powerful enough to pull you forward. But your work needs to match that vision. If your dream is to build a business, you have to put in the hours. Researching, planning, marketing, grinding when no one's watching. If your goal is to improve your health, you can't just picture yourself fit. You have to show up to the gym, meal by meal, workout by workout. Even when the excitement fades, and it will, you must keep showing up. Vision sparks the fire, but hard work keeps it burning. The most successful people understand this balance. They dream big, but they also grind hard. They don't just wish for success, they prepare for it. They sacrifice sleep, comfort, and convenience to take steps toward their goal. They know that consistency, not luck, is what turns vision into reality. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for motivation, that feeling of excitement that comes when a dream feels fresh and new. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving when motivation runs out. The people who win aren't always the most talented or gifted. They're the ones who have a clear vision and are willing to outwork everyone else to achieve it. And here's something powerful. The more you work, the clearer your vision becomes. When you start putting in the effort, even before you feel ready, your path begins to unfold. That business idea starts to take shape. That fitness goal starts to seem achievable. That creative project starts to gain momentum. Progress fuels clarity, and clarity fuels even more effort. But without work, vision fades. Dreams turn into regrets, and the what-ifs begin to pile up. So ask yourself, what's my vision? What am I working toward? Now ask yourself a more important question, what am I doing about it? Because your vision will only become reality if you're willing to get your hands dirty, face discomfort, and put in the effort, especially when no one's clapping for you yet. Dream big, visualize success, but then, more importantly, show up, put in the work, and grind like your vision depends on it. Because it does.